Hello, and welcome to another update entry from mine. And this will be single take, full cut. Hey Joost, how's it actually going? I'm gonna discuss some of my current plans, how it is in Morocco, the how the current co-living is, how am I feeling myself, and much more. So let's get started. So right now I'm walking to the restaurant where, the co-living peeps will have dinner at a Western price restaurant. So normally things here like food, it's between, let's say, 3 to 6 or 7 euros. You can go out for dinner for 10 euros, like very nicely. Which is why there almost never people cook in the co-living, because why cook when you can get delicious, varied food for very cheap? And also the kitchen is not that great, so that doesn't help. But yeah, that's why I'm going to a restaurant. But this restaurant's apparently really good. But there's a small problem where this restaurant is in a different city. So yeah, I'm gonna go from Tamraght to Tagazit, following the coastline, which is over there. You can see the nice sunset that we'll be enjoying. And but this one is expensive. It's just like 12 euros for a cocktail, 25 euros for like full dinner. So, I'm gonna pay for it. But we'll see. I'm mainly going because I want to hang out with other people. But yeah, speaking of which, we'll come to that later. But first, let's discuss how I got here. I had to leave at 1 a.m. the bus, and then I took the plane at 6 a.m. After which I went to I slept on the bus for half an hour, and the plane 2 hours, and then I was finally here. I thought, okay, I'm gonna be like a local. I'm gonna go for a bus stop. And then the bus stop, I think, just disappeared, like it's not there. I'm not sure what happened. There's another bus, but they didn't leave for like 40 minutes. The taxi driver told me, yeah, there's no bus, it's gone, you should pick me, it's only 100. It was actually funny because the guy kind of chased me. I was like, no thanks, I'm gonna go to the bus. And that was the bus, there was no bus. He was like, man, you should come to me. He said, no thanks, I'll go to the other bus. And then I went to the other bus, like completely other place. He still followed me. I'm like, man, you should join me. No. So instead I joined another taxi, which was not too expensive. It was a kind of legal taxi, but he would bring me to my destination, which saved like 3 bus tickets. I was like, hell yeah. Coming here, got a nice intro, got to the bed, and then I just slept. The beds here, by the way, they're kind of bad. Well, actually, the beds themselves are fine, but they're just standard bunk beds. And I don't really like standard bunk beds, especially not with like a privacy blind. There's one light that just is like straight on top of my bed. So if someone turns it on, which it hasn't happened yet, then it just screams. I just get awake. But yeah, so far my roomies have been nice. We roughly go to bed at the same moment, which is around 11:30. And then I wake up at 7:30 and start working at 8. The co-working facilities, it's fantastic. Oh, look at that sunset. Hey, you can't see it here, can you? Oh well, maybe we'll be there in time, but it looks gorgeous, trust me. Yeah, so one thing here, since it's an Arabic country, you've got some lovely prayers every day. The first one starts at 6 a.m. So look at the doggy. Look at doggy. So many stray dogs here. If you're unlucky, you wake up at 6 a.m. and then you can't fall back asleep. They're throughout the day. They're not that annoying, to be honest, and because I've got some pretty good sleeping earplugs, I haven't woken up yet at 6 a.m. Kitty! Also, so many stray cats and kittens and puppies. They're ridiculously cute. I've already petted 10 of them. So yeah, but when I arrived here Thursday, the people here are pretty great, but I just didn't feel it. I sort of was, I guess, dependent on the others, just following what they were doing, not really minding my own business, not saying like, hey. So the group here, it's, I think, a mix of intro and extrovert. They do love their activities, so that's great, but sometimes it's a bit difficult to make small talk with them. Might also be me and not my small talk skills. But yeah, so it's going better today because for some reason today I woke up great, and I think since last night I decided, fuck it, I'm just gonna do what I want. So I've been doing a lot more solo traveling, and like going to lunch solo instead of waiting for the group, going for a solo cafe, and honestly, I like it much more. I think here, like, I'm now having a good balance between going solo and just following my heart. And following the other people's, for example, joining dinner. But tomorrow they were planning to go to some lovely resort. But there's no water. It's like, no, we don't want to go. You can go. We don't want to go. And I'm like, man, I just want to do fun stuff. I don't care if there's no water. If it's cool, I want to go. So yeah, it's been a challenge. But on Thursday night, I was like, people were like, yeah, should we surf? The surf is not that good. It's wavy, whatever. I was like, I don't care. I'm gonna surf. So in the end, I surfed together with Tamzen, and it was pretty shitty, but I had a great time. I'm still a pretty shitty surfer, so yeah, I don't think these 2 weeks will fix it. But it just felt great to finally do something, get into the water. I've been having a headache for like the past few days, probably because of the sleep on Wednesday. So just the fresh water made me feel so much better. And we're gonna be just in time. Wow! Oh! All right, let me show you. Whoosh. Just near the sunset. I love it. So yeah, the headache is still not completely gone, but it's a lot better than last time. And also for like, back on the topic of doing more things solo, I didn't really have to do that a lot in France because I don't know, there were enough people. It was a very distributed group with like 2 or 3 events happening at once, all catering to different different styles. There was like movie nights and some hiking, some mountain climbing. It was shared on the board, so you knew what to do and you knew what to skip. And yeah, that's a lot less happening here. It's a lot less organized as well. But yeah, for example, the dinner was organized a week ago, but I was like, yeah, I want to go walking because walking is so much better. And it's an hour walk, and allegedly the walk is very nice. I have to say, so far, it's very nice. Ooh, sunset just. um, and some horses in the background. Ooh. So also yesterday there was one view of some horses. Actually one horse. And yep. That was just out of a fairy tale. A blonde girl on the horse on the beach, and it was just dark, and it was so great. Oh, she had like a white dress as well. So I was with the 3 other girls, and they were also like, "Whoa, that's so amazing." Anyway, yeah. So now I'm here walking alone, and actually having a really good time. The rest just went with a taxi. There's an app called InDrive that you can use, which is not legal at all, but people don't care here. And that's basically just illegal Uber. You just offer different tariffs. Not tariffs. Only US people really do tariffs these days. You offer different prices, and then you can basically bid on different drivers. The illegal taxi I took here also did InDrive, and they're a lot cheaper. So yeah, normally the drive from airport to here would be 30 euros. That one was 12 euros. So yeah. Fancy hotels on the other side. But yeah, since today I've been doing a lot better. I've started enjoying the local vibe a little more. Morocco is a pretty cool country to be in. So you've got a lot of excellent salesmen. Everyone is your greatest friend, and they're very good at complimenting and making you feel good so you buy more stuff. Like, honestly, it's a super good skill that they have. And I kind of wish I had that. But it also means that you cannot trust what they say. If they like you or like, hey, that looks good, of course it does. You know. But there's a lot of different cafes, the food is great. It's a lot more Thailand-y vibe, you know. I guess it's poor vibe, but it does cause like a lot of sort of more smaller shops doing their own thing. Since I'm in a village, it's also not really that dangerous. And there's still a lot of tourists, so a lot of stuff focused on tourists, meaning I can get my flat whites that taste pretty good. But of course I also tried some Arabic coffee, which tastes really good as well. I didn't expect that. You do need a bit of sugar for that one, but it's great. Yeah. But, yeah, what else? So, this co-living here, it's a noticeable downgrade from the last one. The people are different here as well. I think they're a bit younger and more inexperienced. For a lot of them, it's their first co-living. And a lot of them, they also have like, oh, hey, look at us. It's, I want to stay in Europe, but I'm from the UK, so I'm hopping to Morocco for a couple of months so I can go back to Europe. Kind of vibe. Yeah, the facilities are not as good as the previous one. To be fair, the previous one was fantastic, so sure, but you know, it's yeah, why, so there's the little things, like the toilet is kind of shitty. The shower is literally in the same room as the toilet, and so the toilet gets wet when you take a shower. The rooms, I mean, no blinds for dorms, that's kind of shitty as well. No coffee, that's fine, but there's like enough facilities to make coffee, so I'm happy. But also no board where you like plan stuff together. There's a community manager here, and we literally joke a lot, like, where's the community manager? Where's he going? Because he hasn't appeared like at all since I've been here. I think the last time we saw him was when he introduced me. And if we need him, he's like, oh yeah, Aisha will fix it, someone else will fix it. So, I don't know, but we're getting a new one. Maybe that one's better. Yeah, so a lot less organized, but I mean, if I do more myself, I can still get a really good time. So that's what I'm trying to do. No one wants to go to Croc Paradise. I really want to go to Croc Paradise. There are lots of alligators. It's just sort of like a zoo with lots of alligators and other stuff, but I think that would be great to just visit, But yeah, it's a different vibe. Surf vibe is I do love the surfing cafes and the surfing shops. I'm definitely gonna buy some of those local overshirts here. I love them. Yeah. So, let's talk about life, shall we? How is it, the current nomad life? And how would I trade it for something else? That's a good question, Joost. Let me think of it. So, it's super interesting if you stay at a place for longer. So here I'm only for 2 weeks, and you build okay, reasonable connections. But when it's 4 weeks, you really hang out with someone, and you start to get a bit more of a normal rhythm. So the first few weeks you're like, yeah, I want to do the special stuff. But after 2 or 3 weeks, you've done most of the special stuff, so you're gonna live more of a daily life. And I feel like the nomad experience, if you're doing it a lot more and staying longer, it really is like living at different places. Because for now, this feels for me more like a holiday with, oh, look at the new stuff, nice stuff that you can do. Look at the horse riding, look at the camel riding. We can go some sandboarding. I also really want to go sandboarding. We'll see. But it's, I think once you live there for 3 weeks, you do less stuff. You still do a lot of stuff, but less of the special stuff. And it's going to be more watching movies together, playing some board games, a bit more of the casual stuff. And I feel that's great as well. So far, I really like my lifestyle. So I've lived in Eindhoven for 10 years, and I felt that I had a lot of plans, but I was just stuck in a rut. I was scared to do something else, to do something new. And I like it myself most when I'm active, I'm doing stuff, exploring stuff. It's sometimes difficult because it's scary, to be honest. Maybe it's a little bit of the social anxiety that still remains for me, but I guess it's also very human to be scared of the unknown. And this really lets me break through it and become a little bit more like myself. Then when I'm back in the Netherlands, it's gonna be a bit rougher again, especially because my fantastic co-working space is no more because of stupid reasons. And there's no any other alternative I can go to without paying a fortune. Maybe I should pay a fortune for once, but yeah. But the great thing here, just going off to work, go explore, get a coffee, go read at a cafe, just experiencing new bits of life, but also following your heart. I think that's like the exploration and the self-discovery. Those are the two main reasons why I really like it. Sure, we've got the people as well, and the people are sometimes also really amazing. the nomads. I mean, you're not nomad for no reason. So they tend to come from very varied backgrounds. And ooh, ooh, ooh. We've got some cells at Hilton Hotel. Ah. So if you got a bit of money, you can stay here at the resort. But yeah, the act of self-discovery is really something I needed. I needed to get out of my comfort zone to explore new parts. And right now I've discovered that I really, really like climbing outside on rocks. I never would have done that if not for having people help me out starting to get climbing, or randomly stumbling upon a climbing hostel because one random dude in Alicante said, oh yeah, I'm going to like a nice nature hostel near Granada, you know? And I looked like, oh yeah, you can also go outside of the city. Oh, look at this amazing hostel, it's so nice and pure. So yeah, it's great. And it also allows me to take a little more risk. So one of the things I decided was to slowly but surely start going the freelance route. Because it's going up and down with my company. Sometimes it's great, sometimes it's bad. But I think a few days ago I was sitting and just programming and like, I'm not getting any energy out of this. I know I can get energy out of work, but I'm not at all. And then you speak with some other guys who are freelancers and get paid like 500 euros a day. So, of course, it makes you a little jealous, but yeah. I never really took the freelancing route because I've been... It's the social anxiety again from the past, or autism, or however you call it. I was scared of people. And I'm not sure why it came, but still sometimes making contact with new people has this small barrier of, ooh, it's scary, I don't know what to do, I don't know what to react. Do they like me? We can dive into that one another time, because it probably has a history somewhere with my divorced parents and the fighting and just wanting them to not fight anymore. Yeah. But, here I am, and I feel like I would do not the best, because I'm not, I'm a pretty extrovert, I can talk quite a bit, but I'm not a marketing guy. I'm too honest for that, to be honest. So, but yeah, I do feel like migrating to either freelancing or another company. I want to start with freelancing to see how that works. I feel like that's gonna give me more, the independence is nice. I can make my own times instead of following the times of the company. Literally yesterday I was like, oh, I wanted to contact you, but I saw you had a lunch for an hour. I thought, until what time are you working? 4:30? Well, but you took 1 hour break, right? So you should work until 5. 8 to 5, that is, not 9 to 5, because we're at -1 time zone. Yeah. I was like, man, I don't... So, yes, I did take an hour break, because I was hanging out with other people, and I had a pretty good time, and it was nice lunching. And I needed a break, because I had a headache. I didn't really feel that productive the whole day anyway. But, man... In the end, I said like, yeah, what are you talking about? I just played stupid. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't really know how long break I took. So yeah, I'm gonna work until 4:30. In the end, I actually worked until 5 because I was in the flow. And if I'm in the flow, I want to finish my things. Today as well, I worked until 5, maybe even 5:15. So that's 6:15 in the Netherlands, because I felt the flow. I wanted to finish it. But that's kind of the spirit I want, I want to have the whole... I'm doing it for something I love. vibe. I'm building something that I'm proud of. I know what I'm doing at, instead of, look at these lines. The lines are now different. We can now draw more lines on different maps, which of course in practice means that we can support multiple orchards in the single map, and like farmers will love it. But I'm so distant from that like apps and websites, they also kind of suck, but at least you can see what you're doing directly. So yeah, it does have the whole making a big impact vibe, because I'm making a big impact. I mean, doing the whole tooling, doing the whole Azure stuff, teaching my fellow colleagues about design patterns in software and proper software design. It's sometimes exhausting, but I still learn a lot as well. Apparently my strategy pattern was a chain of responsibility pattern. I'm sorry, I didn't know that. But yeah, it's, so I think in half a year, that's when the Azure API is finished. I've learned a lot more about building a proper API. I can learn a lot from Bart, who is a proper full stack guy, and we just go so well together that I'm going to migrate to freelancers. And who knows, maybe I won't be able to get a job at all, and I'm just burning through money. And that's learned as well. Then I know that at least I tried and failed. And who knows, maybe I will get jobs, will get like proper salaries, move my house to Bulgaria or Georgia or Dubai for paying no taxes, and get a lot more money so I can work less and work for some maybe side projects where I can feel like, yeah, this could be it. I know, I don't want to do the whole marketing shtick for actually building a company, but I don't know, like editing these videos and posting them on YouTube. I think that would be super cool, and now I just have no energy to do it. And I felt like I would never really do such a change if I wasn't outside of my comfort zone. And it's still cool to go back to the Netherlands and still see my old friends again, and after a bit of pushing, they also like to see me. And yeah, I feel that's really great. But the world is so big. I still haven't discovered so many different societies and cultures that I feel I'll keep doing the nomading shtick for a while, as long as I have a remote job. That's the one danger of starting freelancing, is that I lose my current remote job, and then I either have to get another remote job. Please, Canonical, no more 9 interviews, or I go for the freelancing route, get some remote job. I think like for freelance, it's also more often that you can go for remote. And then I'm fine just going back and forth to the Netherlands once in a while to do some in-person meetings, because then you have a goal for it. And you don't have a guy who says, yeah, if you want to go to the company, you have to get there at 9, and then I have to leave at 7, and I'm like, well, then I'm not going to the company anymore. Fine, stop Yoast. The current company also has some good stuff. Don't go bad. Yeah. Alright. And another cool aspect of nomading is you're more in nature. And that's something that I wouldn't really do that in the Netherlands due to my habits. And now I am like, yeah, let's go hike here or walk on the beach. On the Netherlands, I can literally take a train ride of 1 hour and walk on the beach. And I'm pretty sure that I will not do it. And if I do it, I will not get any satisfaction out of it, or less satisfaction than here. I don't know why that's the case though. It's so weird. Like even in the Netherlands, I've got a lot of friends I can visit that, they're gonna have a great time. visiting Federico in Amsterdam, for example. My man, that's like a colleague of mine in Lightyear. We went through some stuff. But yeah, it's nature has some amazing places. Yes, that's also why I like rock climbing, because rock climbing basically makes you have to go to proper places to do it. So, if I'm back in the Netherlands, not now, but maybe in like half a year or a year, I'm gonna buy some beautiful rock climbing gear, and then I can do actually some climbing. But yeah, you can't really do any climbing in the Netherlands, so you gotta find different places. Hey doggy, you're cute. But yeah, nomading's still great. So on my current trip list is Morocco, 2 weeks, because I was thinking like, yeah, I can go to stay in the Netherlands for 5 weeks without any like proper without any proper desk, and it's gonna be meh. Honestly, it went pretty good. I'm starting to get some good healthy habits in the Netherlands, but I do feel it's more stressful because I'm always like after work, oh man, I want to arrange this, I want to arrange that. Well, when I'm here, it's like, I still need to arrange some stuff. Need to book some stuff for Japan. I want to buy some more gear. I want to visit the local shops here and buy some more shirts. But I don't really think about those things. I think about more, what do I want to do? And then more often that's, I want to do this cool thing. Like sandboarding, or maybe quad riding, or maybe visiting the crocodile. I really should visit the crocodile park, shouldn't I? Yeah, I'm gonna visit the crocodile park. I don't care if I'm solo. Look at the smile, by the way. There were times that I didn't really make this smile for a long time. It's, for example, back in Breda, when I was living with my mother, post-surgery. My mother had a bit of a rough time. She has some rough time with work and stressed out, and she's finding herself again in a new lifestyle, and that's a bit of a struggle. And there's me, a bit grumpy as well, because of the surgery, having to stay inside for a long time, not exploring anything new, feeling bored, being a couch potato. And my mother and I, I'd say it's a 50% match. Like, I know how to handle her quite well, but sometimes I get very tired of some of her shenanigans. I guess it's both ways, well. But she has a bit of a dominant streak, and I hate that dominant streak. So when I'm there, I'm often... she always has an opinion, a very, very good opinion, or sometimes bad opinion. Oh no, that doesn't fit. Oh no, that does fit. And unconsciously, I'm starting to listen a lot to her opinion. It's my mother after all. And when you do that, you start losing yourself. You don't really make choices for yourself. Like, hey, do I like this shirt? No, you're going downstairs and like, you're letting your mother decide. Do I like this shirt? Oh yeah, that's a good fit. Oh yeah, no, that's a bad fit. It's a very easy way of living. But it's not a very good way of living for me, because I want to listen to myself. And having then a frankly quite annoying dominant voice saying stuff how you have to do it just gets on my nerves. So I notice that sometimes when I'm happy, I make those smiles, or I start just, singing a song, because that makes me happy as well. And if not, or just going downstairs happy, like, hey, how's it going? Of course, I can't be happy everywhere, but I have happy moments in the week. And then I just almost had none of those moments at all when staying at my mother's. It's, and I'm having a lot more while I'm here, especially now that I'm following my heart again. I know it's only one day, but I feel like I keep rediscovering it over and over again. yeah, it's it feels good. And being more active feels good. Entering shops, wanting to buy stuff feels good. I can give you a nice example. When I'm at the play fair, I used to be like a Dutch kermis. I used to be like, nah, I don't want to spend money here. I don't want to spend money there. That kermis, oh no. And you're basically just walking around doing nothing. Maybe doing one thing or buying an oliebol. But then, I was at the play fair with Stijn. Oh god! I think we spent I spent around 100 euros. Or maybe together 100. Just doing all those stupid attractions and bow and rolling the ball. We managed to get a lot of prizes. Stan was like, no, stop Joost, don't do that anymore. You're not going to the edit. And I was like, ah! Sure, it was a waste of money. But it was hella fun. So yeah, of course there's a balance in between those. But actively participating in society, entering shops, buying stuff, and wanting to buy stuff, it's so much better than just window shopping. For me at least. It's still the same topic, like following my heart instead of what someone else thinks that I should do. And that's the story of my nomad trip as well. Anyway, next locations. First up, Japan. Because of course I want to go to Japan. I mean, man, I want to go to Japan. I mean, damn, I'm scared. I don't want to go to Japan. It's so much hassle. But I want to go to Japan. Just gorgeous temples, nice nature. I speak a bit of the language, so I can improve again. And hanging out with some fellow friends of mine who still live there. And going to Ginsan Onsen. So I was like, I really want to go there. It's like a Showa era, beautiful onsen village. And yeah, I managed to buy a ticket. And then gonna go for Koyo, so finding the beautiful red leaves and autumn leaves, which apparently are amazing. And Tom, friend of mine from my dinner group, he once showed me some videos of just the temples and the red leaves, and I was like, I want to do that one day. So here I am, doing that one day. Finally taking some holidays off as well, for actually the first time in the year. Other than just their standard, oh, I need one more holiday for travel, you know. I don't get those. So out of the 6 weeks, it's going to be 4 weeks of holiday and 2 weeks of working in a co-living. Also, how is that co-living in Japan going to be? I'm super curious. Super excited to experience that. Yeah. So that's exciting. Then we've got the Christmas and New Year. Of course, gonna spend it with my family and with some of my friends as well. Yeah, it's been a tradition to visit my fellow software family during New Year's, and this year is gonna be the same. I remember I was doing some bullet journaling, and one of the things I did was, how happy am I during a day? I just had like a nice color of green, that's very happy, blue, relatively happy, yellow, neutral, orange, meh, red, super meh. And I only had 3 green, like, oh, this day was amazing. There were some pretty good days. I think on average it was like between yellow and blue. Sometimes orange, sometimes 5 orange days in a row. I should do that again, honestly. It was really good to have it. Yeah, one of those 3 days was literally New Year, because I had just so much fun talking nerd software design patterns with Martijn. Other Martijn, Perry. No, not that Martijn. And I don't know. I had so much fun doing the whole... and it was like, yeah, one of the best days of the year. So since then, even every time I go there, it's great. It's of course different. Sometimes it's fantastic. Sometimes I'm tired, and I'm not that very social. So, but yeah, I'm gonna go there. Dinner, Christmas with family. It's always a hassle with my parents, but I think we have a pretty stable ritual these days. And then I'm leaving to Gambia, visiting you guys. Hello, hello. Because speaking of unknown things, how the hell's living in Gambia? I mean, I want to hear the full story from him, from Taisi, but I feel like it's just, I mean, it's unknown, so it's scary, which is why I want to do these things. Bulgaria was unknown, was scary, had a lot of fun. Morocco, unknown, slightly less scary, still a little scary, had a lot of fun. And Gambia, scary, but I know Taisi will help me out. And probably gonna be a lot of fun. And apparently what I should do is just go there and watch how people live. How it is so different from what we know as Western Europeans. So, gonna do that for 3 weeks. I also want to see how the hell he does his job. Because my man, Thijs, you did a brave step into the unknown by getting your job over there, and it looks hella exciting and also hella frustrating sometimes, but yeah. And afterwards got my 30th birthday in the Netherlands. I still have no clue what to do, but I kind of want to do something special. But my problem is I know too many people, and if I just invite them all to Breda, it's gonna be too busy. I'm not liking it as much. Especially if you invite some former friends. I really want to talk with them. So, former friends. They're not former friends. Friends from Zeeland, let's call them that. And I can also go to a bar, invite a lot of people, but too crowded, too noisy. I can split up my birthday. Too much of a hassle. And also I want to do something special. So, no clue yet. Maybe I'm gonna be too late and it's gonna be nothing special whatsoever. Or maybe it's gonna be something fun. Wow, it's just a lot of people and now there's no one. I've also got karaoke-con, which I'm also kind of scared of, to be honest. Because it's a social anxiety thing where I went to Castlefest for 4 days. I felt a little lonely. And I sort of have then I want to connect, I should make some friends. The voice in my head. Where I know that in the end, if I ignore that voice, but still act a little socially, I just as well have a lot of fun during those days. But this is supposed to be a smaller convention, max 100 people, alcohol's included, sleep's included, and I love karaoke. So we'll see. Maybe I'm gonna enjoy the hell out of it. Let's hope so. And afterwards, no clue. Maybe I'm gonna do the chateau, the castle in France, 1 month. April would then be a good month for that. Visit my climbing buddy Julien, who just finished a 10-day Vipassana retreat for the first time of his life. So I'm very wondering how that'll turn out. And there's also something I've noticed, that people you can hang out with quite well, if you don't spend any energy making, keeping contact, you'll just lose those contacts. I even made a map of, yeah, I met these people while traveling, I want to visit them again. But then I don't really feel like the urge to visit them again. So I'm pretty sure from this co-living space, unless I meet them again, I probably won't speak to them after these 2 weeks. Because there's no one where I really have a good vibe with. I mean, people are great here, and I can talk with them a lot. But it's... sometimes you just notice, you have deep conversations. And I'm trying to do that, but it's not really working out. It's more of a one-way street. And then I know, like, I'm not on the same vibe than the others. And that's fine as well, you know? They're still pretty cool to hang out with, so I'm happy. Anyway, let's do the following. I'm definitely gonna be late for this. Oh. Kitty! Kitty. So, another thing to note in Morocco, especially here. The water is not really potable, so there's a lot of plastic everywhere because that's how you drink water, which is kind of a shame. You know, you got some gorgeous landscapes, and then the plastic kind of ruins it. But I do get it for some parts. Alright, let's do this for a moment. No.
What points?
Just so you guys know, I have to be over there in 15 minutes. Good luck, Joost. So let's talk about something else. Some projects I've been wanting to work on. One of them, which is of course my travel blog / vlog, because I don't know, I like taking videos. And I notice that when I take videos, they're so much more fun to look at than pictures. I mean, pictures can be gorgeous as well, don't get me wrong. But videos just have this dynamicness to it. Where you can just see people being alive. When you take a picture of someone climbing, you're like, oh cool. When you're taking a video of someone actually climbing, you're like, okay, that's so much cooler. And it's in a lot of things, like people's personality. You don't see them during pictures. Well, maybe a little. Especially if you're a good photographer. But my God, can you see them during... sorry. Ooh, this is another beach entry, huh? My god, can you see them during videos? Just taking some nice pictures. And fine, maybe I should just post something on Instagram. That would be cool. I also want to talk about that, but yeah. But yeah, I've been wanting to do it for a long while, but I need the time. I need to make time for this. I guess it's good to make time for it, but right now I have different priorities, like booking Japan, booking my flight to here, prepping my gear, prepping my one bag. Because yeah, I'm one bagging 30 liters, that's all you need. Trying out different experiments, buying more gear, trying them out, you know? Oh, I love this. I know it's a bubble here, with all the gorgeous plants left and right, and all the expensive hotels. But my god, is it a beautiful bubble. But yeah, so basically completing my website. I mean, it might also be better for actually, freelancing. Let's see what I... Hair's a bit messy, but I don't care. I'd love to build my website to, I mean, it's good for the freelancing to have like proper referrals and see like, hey, you can actually build something, that's nice. But it's also great to just show off what I do and maybe actually do some proper IT vlogging, because why not? That's cool. Of stuff I experienced at work and just sharing it into the world, you know? Here's what I discovered when performing this whole analysis of Azure for my job. Or here's what I discovered when trying to figure out different architectures. Or what the different ways is for managing Python packages. Or different ways of planning it. I don't know. I feel like that's cool as well. So if I have an interesting bit I want to share, I should just share it. Yeah. God, I look like Willy Wonka. But yeah, that's one. The other one is, I think eventually I do want to build a game. At least one game. Just as I had a dream of at least releasing one paper in my life. And I did it, and released one paper in my life with like 5 views. I want to release one game. One fully completed game. And then, of course nobody's gonna play it except for my friends. But at least you've done something, you've built something. You can try out different design patterns, or design technique. Just the whole game design in general. I watch way too many videos of that. Because I just like it. I like the interactive form. I like it a lot more than just writing a book. Tried that and failed after 2 pages. So yeah, what else do I want to do with my life? Good questions. Other than those 2 projects? Traveling has been high on my list, but that's what I'm currently doing. And there's probably a lot more. But then surprisingly empty. Huh. Never noticed that. I guess going on Tinder. Being miserable because getting no likes whatsoever. You know, just life. Also, I'm not gonna do it, but I think it would be cool to Tinder in Japan. Because how would that be? It's gonna be so different than in Europe, right? Because you're gonna get so more likes. What our date's gonna be? What do we expect from you? Can I actually go bonkers and fully show myself and have people matching on that? Um, or is it gonna be just like, oh, I gotta filter on the most stupid stuff? I'm not gonna do it because I'll probably have other priorities, but I think it would be cool to do that once, you know, abuse my white jeans. So one topic I've also been struggling at, like, well, not struggling, just wondering, what would be a good place to live? And I have no answer to that. Maybe it's near nature. I'm pretty sure I don't want to live in a mega city because I like my nature. And I like a bit of the localness. But I also think a small village is going to be too boring. Do I want to live in the Netherlands? Do I want to live outside of the Netherlands? I have no clue whatsoever. I'm gonna figure it out later, you know. That's future Yo's problem. Yeah, so maybe I'm gonna try Australia as I originally planned. Or, well, I planned New Zealand, but I think Australia would be a bit better fit for me. And then, to counteract something I literally said one sentence ago, I'd probably be Sydney. Yeah. But I guess you can try it for a few years, and then if it doesn't like it, you go back. The big fear when I go to a new city is getting to know new people, because I feel like you at least need a base social, like a social base to feel comfortable. Doesn't have to be a lot, but one or two people you can hang out with. I feel like that is very important. And but I feel like as long as I do some co-lives, some meetups, go to like a local climbing group, often not start to meet people there, maybe do some volunteering, join some other hobby groups, I mean Japanese fan societies or coffee. There's a lot of coffee in Australia. Then I guess I can also do board games. I'm also always torn with board games because on the one, I feel like I used to like them a lot more than I do now. Now they're kind of cool, but nothing too special. And I feel like we're gonna have a lot of nerds. But then again, I also vibe pretty well with nerds. I love doing nerd talk. So yeah, that's my future housing. I'm pretty sure I'll just travel around a few years. Maybe if I find a good location and I get to know some people and I'm like, yeah, let's move to Florianopolis in Brazil, because that's the place to be. I like beaches, but I'm not a huge surfer dude apparently. So, who knows? Maybe it's not gonna be beach. Also.
Hey man, how are you?
Hey man,
You're
good.
involved in the new videos.
Yes, I am.
Welcome to Tamraght.
Say hello.
Hey, bye.
Hey man. Thank you. Like I said, people are friendly here. And that's so cool. Ah. Yeah, it's like interesting. What kind of culture do you vibe with? I have no clue. All of them have like pros and cons. I'm not really good at vibing with the complaint culture within the Netherlands, but there are other Dutch side that I do love. And yeah. But yeah, future years problem. I'm gonna try a lot of different places, and maybe I'll stick around. I'll probably if I meet some great people, or maybe the love of my life, that might be a reason to stick around somewhere. But honestly, I'm not very tied to the Netherlands, other than my wonderful friends I have over there. But I feel like in the end, if you're at the place long enough and the place is big enough, you get to find cool people that you can hang out with, and at least secure your social bubble, so that you don't get into a depression. Of course, I also need a job. But again, future yes problem. So, yeah. Finally, let's talk about my hair. It's a little long, but also a lot shorter. And right now, if I look at long hair Yoast pictures, I'm like, if it's like until before my shoulders, I still like, yeah, I can hang it. I just don't like it anymore. I'm so glad the random barber I went to, when I said, yeah, just do something fun with it. I'm fine with if you cut a lot. Actually cut off a lot of stuff. And now I got this Willy Wonka haircut, which I feel looks really cool if my hair curls a little. Which I can't right now because I don't have the right gear to do it. I need like a mousse or salt spray or those kind of things. Still figuring that one out. But yeah, it's refreshing to have not care about long hair. And yeah. Yep. Ha. Where should I go? Probably this way. So now it's 2:08. I'm gonna be late. No! As expected. But yeah, I'm happy with my current hair. Thank you, Lotus, for cutting my hair shorter. It's been a blessing to have less to care about, but also to change my hairstyle. I feel like hair should be vibrant according to what you want. It's a lot more touristy. Huh. Crazy how the vibe is different from Tamraght and Takasut. This is so not the vibe of Tamraght. Or maybe because it's like Friday night and people are more active. Daddy, daddy. Anyway, that's all for me today. Join me next time in wherever I'm gonna do a take. And I'm not sure when you're gonna listen to it, but enjoy. See you later. This is your host, Joost, reporting live from Takasut. Take care.